So I've had lots of questions about the input method, and I'm going to go through it. Hopefully you'll understand it better if you watch this video. This is the sort of the second stage. The input method that we started off with has one parameter, the num choices parameter. I've added now two arrays, and this is the inventory, the way that I've done the inventory. That's coming up if you haven't already done it. So num choices, the whole idea behind this, and that's what I'm going to focus on, is that you're presenting the player throughout your entire game with choices to make. And maybe he has two choices. He chooses one or the other. Maybe he has three choices. Maybe he has four different choices. This input method will work for up to 5 different choices. If you want more than 5 choices, you'll have to modify it and add. So the switch part of the input method is where we deal with how many choices we're giving. So some of you have said, I don't want to use A, B, C, D. I want 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. Replace the A's with 1s, the B's with 2s, and without the char quotes, of course. But you're still looking at placing these choices in a switch case. So if you give them two choices, so the choice is not equal to 1 and the choice is not equal to 2, or your choice is not equal to A and your choice is not equal to B, it doesn't matter whether you have integers or you have char values, it's going to work the same way. But wrong input is what gets you out of the loop or makes you loop again and makes them re-enter their value because they didn't pick a valid input. Okay, so if they have two choices, wrong input is going to come up with a true or false value based off of what they typed in. If they didn't type in an A or a B in my case, then wrong input is going to be true. So here's my do while. Wrong input is my condition to get out of my loop. I'm going to keep looping if they have the wrong input. So if they didn't enter A, they didn't enter B, then wrong input is true, which means we loop again. Okay, so if you're saying that they have two choices, so the number of choices they get is 2, it will hit case 2 and they have to enter A or B. If on the other hand you're giving them 3 choices, it'll hit case 3. And now you only have wrong input if it's not A, not B, and not C. In that case, wrong input is true. It was the wrong input, we loop again. If they do enter the A or the B or the C, then wrong input is false, and you hit the while false, and you're out of the loop, and you return back what their choice was that they typed in. Where are they typing in their choice? At the beginning of the do while. This is where we get their value, and this is where you would make your change if you're not asking them to type in a char value, if you're asking them to type in an integer. This is the only thing that you would change. So they make their choice, they type in their input. The switch case identifies whether it's a valid input or not, so we know to get out of the loop. Now I've added the inventory piece in here, which is using these two arrays that I've added as parameters. So if they happen to type in an I instead of the A, B, C, or D, that's fine. The inventory will be printed out on the screen, and it's still wrong input, so they still need to go back and make their choice. So hopefully that makes it a little bit more understandable, and it's clear. And if you still have problems understanding how the input method works, then please let me know, and I can either put another video together, or you can come actually to the Thursday afternoon and we can maybe clear things up then. So hopefully this helps you and everybody's okay with making their input method work for different numbers of choices and looping until they have valid input. Okay, good luck.